Hey guys, this is some more info on how you can go about doing term limits. You can write letters to your officials, your legislators, tell them that you want term limits. It's time, and this tells you the plan. This is the plan on how they want to implement it and how they plan on getting stuff done. But they need your help. It starts with you. You have to help. You have to get in there and get your hands dirty. I'm not telling you to go out and protest, but you can support them at home. Like I said before, you can do anything from home. You can support it on Facebook. You can collect petitions. You can distribute petitions. Whatever you can do to help get this done. It's important that we get 34 states. We ain't there yet. We need 34 states for the amendment to take place. You gotta have those 34 states, and a lot of states ain't. Even Republican states ain't going for it, and I don't understand why. People, it's your country, your voice. If you want this violence to stop, and if you want true change, it has to come from term limits, because these long-term Democrats are stuck in their seats. They're comfortable. They get elected term after term after term. Even if they got somebody running against them, they find some way to get those people out of the race. And that's not a lie. They're doing anything they can to stay in the power. They like that lobbyist money. They like getting rich off of your dollar. They like telling you what to do. They sit there and they make rules for you, but not for them. They don't have to abide by the rules that they make. They only put them on you. They're trying to rule you. They want complete and total control over every aspect of your life, from your kids to where you work, how much money you can make. They want all that so you'll stay dependent on them. And that's the truth. But anyway, let's take a look at this.
A group called U.S. Term Limits has proposed limiting the members of the U.S. House to a maximum of 3 terms, 6 years, and U.S. Senators to a maximum of 2 terms, 12 years. There are 2 ways to amend the U.S. Constitution. Congress can pass a proposed amendment, and then have the states ratify the proposed amendment. The other way, under Article V, is to hold a convention of states, and have the states prepare and approve a proposed amendment that would then go through the same ratification process. Any proposed amendment needs to be ratified by 3/4 of the states to be added to the Constitution. On the U.S. Term Limits site, you can see which members of Congress have signed the Term Limits pledge. 17 senators, all Republicans, have signed, and in the House, 54 members, 52 Republicans, and 2 Democrats, have signed. Unfortunately, the congressional route seems to be effectively blocked by the Democrats in Congress. Both the Senate and the House have pending legislation for term limits. But many members of the Democrat Party take the position that elections are the way to limit someone's term. This philosophy was recently confirmed to me by Representative Lauren Underwood, and she does not support the pending legislation. Many Republicans believe we need a structural, constitutional solution to the problem, and that we need term limits on the legislature, similar to the 22nd Amendment, which limits the president to 2 terms. The U.S. Term Limits site includes a feature whereby our country's citizens can sign the term limits pledge to show our support for term limits. The site also has a feature whereby candidates for office can state their position. Jim Oberweis has signed the candidate's pledge. As he recently noted, career politicians vote in ways they believe will help them get re-elected, but term-limited politicians vote in ways they believe are in the best interest of our country, and then return home. I couldn't agree more. Unfortunately, Lauren Underwood doesn't feel the same way. Tim Beck, McHenry. Vitabula.
If you noticed, only 2 Democrats supported it. Tell me why. You have all these Republicans wanting it, but the Democrats don't. They say term limits is through voting. That's how term limits is for the people who vote. But here's the thing: these Democrats steal these elections. These long-term Democrats steal the elections. Do you know how much support Nancy Pelosi has? Not very much. And tell me how she keeps getting in year after year after year. She cheats. She strong arms her opponents. She runs them off. And there you have it, guys. That's why Democrats don't vote for this. They don't want term limits because they want to stay in there and get rich. 52 Republicans voted for term limits. 2 Democrats didn't. Voted against it. Or 2 Democrats voted for it. The rest of them voted against it. You tell me these Democrats ain't evil. They know what they're doing. They want to get rich. They want to rule you. I've told you that over and over and over again. Nobody believes that crap. I was a Democrat once until a couple years ago. Well, longer than that. But as soon as they started their dumb crap, I was like, what in the hell is going on with these people? And I got away from it. I'm not a Republican either. I'm more centered conservative. But these guys have got to go. We have to get these evil dictators out of office. Say Trump wants to be a dictator. He gets 2 terms in office. They've been in there for 30 and 40 years. They're dictators. They want to dictate your life, where you work, how much money you can make, so you can keep coming back to them and voting them in to get their pockets filled with money. If you don't think these Democrats have money, look at some of their homes, especially at Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. These people are evil. They're dictators. They need to go. And if you can't vote for term limits, there's something wrong with you. That's the only change. That's the only time you're going to get change is through term limits. Because these people ain't going to change nothing. The same old, year after year after year. And I hear a lot of people out there complaining about there's no change, but I don't see them taking no action. You can't do it through violence there, BLM. And Antifa, you're terrorists. That's all you are. I don't even want to talk about you no more. But if you want true change, you got to do it through the polls. Term limit. Term limit, term limit, term limit, term limit. Vote for term limit. Tell your state you want the amendment for term limit. You only need a few more states. Come on, guys, you got to do something. Get up out of there and do something. Help it out. Spread the word. Do it on Facebook. Spread the word on Facebook. Do something. Share the hell out of this video. Let people know that there's something they can do besides violence. You know, we need term limits. That's the way to get rid of all this crap. If you don't like how America is today, then you need to vote for this term limit. The state amendment for term limit. You need to go to your state legislators, call, write a letter, email, whatever. Then go to U.S. term limits and volunteer. Pass out petitions. Get these petitions signed. For your state, you want it done, and you want it done now. Send your message to Congress. Tell them you're through with them. You're tired of the way they act. You're tired of their money their pockets getting filled with money while you go broke. We're tired of them putting rules on us, but not for them. That they don't have to follow their same rules. We're tired of them getting the best health care while we get nothing. That's how change is made. Term limit. Get her done, guys.